Welcome to the tennis legend of father and daughter, a story that will shake your perspective. Go play outside, Dad. This is definitely fatherly love on overdrive. Venus steals herself for the serve, but the match isn't going easy on her. She fumbles and loses 2 points. At that moment, Richard bursts in like a superhero, urging her, never give up. With Dad's encouragement, Venus regains her confidence, swinging her racket like a fierce warrior. A jaw-dropping smash leaves everyone speechless. She finds her groove and takes down her competition one by one with flawless moves. As the shimmering trophy is revealed, the cheers sound like a grand award ceremony. All eyes on her. Victory's joy often brings arrogance. Post-game, the girls sleep, acting like champions. Richard frowns at their antics and quickly orders them to fetch drinks, trying to ease the tension. But precisely at the moment when he is preparing to depart quietly, his wife's voice suddenly rings out, akin to a super alarm, thoroughly derailing his departure plan. With his wife urging him on, he awkwardly backs the car up, as if he's playing parking battle. Richard aims to teach his daughters that true glory isn't a flash in the pan, but rather lasting strength. He shares a story of Cinderella, teaching them not to get big heads over small wins. Stay humble even against weaker opponents. True power is often hidden in effortless moments. These fatherly lessons will guide them through life, lighting up their future. After witnessing Richard's courage, even the neighborhood bullies declare they want to learn from him. They realize that only strength earns respect, life's harsh but profoundly true lesson for everyone. On that training evening, a cop car pulls up out of nowhere, and jealous neighbors are up to no good again. They accuse Richard of child abuse, but Richard faces the police with an air of calm. In this gang-ridden town, he insists on strict training for his daughters, all to shield them from harm. After an exhaustive search yielding no concrete evidence, the police depart frustratingly empty-handed, leaving his fierce yet tender wife seething with anger and determined to teach the neighbors a lesson they won't forget. She marches over to the neighbor's door and cooks up a storm, criticizing them like a master chef. Richard's words cut deep, leaving neighbors feeling doused with cold water, forcing them to take back their baseless accusations. In the days that followed, Richard embarks on a new challenge, diving back into the competition waves. At a 10 and under match, a white coach jokingly mentions another black girl, quipping, "She's like a little African queen." Out of curiosity, Richard leans in, only to realize that this talented girl is none other than Selena. This shocking discovery hits him like lightning. Both daughters share an intense hunger for growth. In just a year, the sisters have racked up 17 runner-up spots, a remarkable feat. The media goes wild, with even the First Lady stopping for a photo with them. Agents swarm in, vying to sign them on the dotted line. Just compete more and cash in, they say, but Richard turns down all contract offers. He knows the dark underbelly of youth sports, filled with emotional parents and pressure. Richard believes that only by enjoying childhood can they truly evolve and take flight. Despite the coach's fierce objections, their differing philosophies ultimately lead them in separate directions. As they part ways, the coach presses Richard about his contract refusal, and Richard calmly recounts his past. He's been in the youth sports scene before, witnessing chaos worse than a soap opera. Uncontrolled emotions, harsh judgments, and deceptive coaches everywhere. Richard decides his girls will grow in happiness during childhood, maturing with experience and mindset side by side. His words leave the coach speechless and showcase his deep contemplation for his daughters' futures. Richard embarks on a new quest, eyeing a gold medal coach in Florida, Macy. Macy once trained the gifted Jennifer, who burst onto the scene at just 12. Now a star in the spotlight, Richard's calls are ringing off the hook. Macy's exuberant response promises to encompass all training expenses, along with additional provisions for housing and job arrangements. All he asks is 15% of the sisters' future earnings in return. Finally, they are off on a new adventure. In Florida's realm of endless possibilities, they arrive after a whirlwind journey. Everything before them is surreal. This luxurious club is a treasure trove. 24/7 service. They might even rub shoulders with top professional players. Macy plans to transplant her successful experiences onto these two young stars. However, this is in stark contrast to Richard's mantra of enjoying childhood. She firmly states that neither sister will compete until they're professionals.